Hello, all you beautiful, wonderful, amazing, spectacular tea people. Hello, all you beautiful, wonderful, amazing, spectacular tea people. And as you can see behind me, the sky is cooperating with just the most beautiful. I mean, it's just gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous today. These are the summer skies, of course, on the east coast of Taiwan. And today we are going to go through some updates about what's going to happen in the next couple weeks, 6 weeks to a month, something like that. We're going to drink some of this, which I can't remember if we drank it last time. Doesn't matter. I'm going to go through it again because I'm going to have to write some descriptions for it for the subscription box, and we're going to go back into this, and we're going to talk about this tea. And if you order tea in July, which anyways, we'll talk about that too. This will be going out as a sample basically in every box because it's not going to be released, but we're going to drink a little bit of it as well right now. So why don't we get started? Now, what's going on? So updates for Holiday Inn Outdoors, of course, is 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We get on a plane as long as no nuclear bombs drop anywhere. But we get on a plane and we go back to Canada for the summertime. I'm taking my family back to Wolf, Ontario, and then we're going to go up to our cottage up on Manitoulin Island, where a branch of my family is from. And so for the month of July, last year when we did that, I just took a complete month off. Basically, I think I did one live stream or something like that. I didn't really do anything at all. This time, I think I'm going to try and do more. So this time, I'm going to try and do more. And so we're going to go out there, and we are going to. I can see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to try and do more. You know how it is before you get ready for a trip. Everybody's running around doing all sorts of different things. What I want to try and do is be able to do some tea drinking events. But I'm also a little bit worried about the long arm of the financial law in Canada. You know, obviously I'm a Canadian citizen, but I'm not a Canadian taxpayer. So I think what I want to do is give away free tea. Go sit down, say, here is free tea, come and drink it. You want to try some good Taiwanese tea. That's what I would like to do. And we'll see how it goes. I hope I can figure it out. But if I do, then I guess I'll try and film that and try and show everybody, right? Be like, hey, everybody, this is what we're going to do, and maybe drink some tea in public, which would be kind of fun, because that is the thing that I am missing. I am missing that 100%. Anyways, but that's what's going to happen in July. As that rolls up, as that keeps going, I'll try and put out more information. If I did it, I guess I'd probably do it in Guelph at some point, but I'd probably do it maybe in Toronto as well, and on Manitoulin. Nobody knows where Manitoulin is, and chances are, if you're on Manitoulin and you want to come drink some tea, I'll probably do it at one of the farmers markets or something like that. But anyways, that's kind of my goal, because I drink a lot of tea by myself, and I drink a lot of tea with other people, in the sense of like, these are my tasting notes. What are your tasting notes? You got the same tasting notes? Yes, I am not a crazy person, and so I'd like to drink more tea in person, especially with people who don't know tea too well, and sort of introduce it to them and things like that. Wow, that little cloud behind my head there looks like a volcano or something, doesn't it? this one right here, this cloud right here. Anyways, we'll watch it as we go through the live stream. Again, no green screen. This is my backyard. That's what it looks like in my backyard. But doesn't it? I mean, it looks like there's that big volcano that went off somewhere, but it doesn't look like a volcano, that cloud coming up. I guess more on the Instagram, not so much on the YouTube. Anyways, so going to be going back to Canada. So I mentioned it. I don't know if you guys remember. My teapot is awesome. Thank you. Awesome. I'm so glad. There was one teapot. I've been doing this for years, right? But there was one teapot that somebody got it. They took it home. They tried it out, and there's a little leak in the teapot. And it was the first time in all the times, knock on wood, of course, all the times I've been doing it where there's been a teapot that was faulty. So I, got, sent a replacement out to them. But it's one of those things where it's just like somebody tells me the teapot arrived safe and sound through the mail and they enjoy it. I'm just like, oh, yes. It's such a high risk, The CY Chen and Su Sampien are amazing. Well, they are amazing teas, and they're also teas that I don't give to everybody. I try and hide them a little bit because the last thing in the world I want is for somebody to say, I didn't like that tea. It's terrible. Why is it so expensive? Because then I have to refund them their money. And I'm just like, it's like giving somebody a beautiful pearl and them saying, it's not bright enough. I don't like it. Give me my money back. And they toss it away. Anyways, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'll probably get more CY Chen and Su Sampien stuff in August. Right now, I just don't have the bandwidth to go get any more because of what we're talking about right now. Now, hopefully, by the time I finish this live stream, there will be some samples. This tea will have arrived. But next month, I'm doing the honey fragrance box. So the honey fragrance box. And in that box, there's going to be honey fragrance teas, and I'm hoping that I can that'll. At this point in the game, when I'm getting on a plane and leaving for a month in a couple of weeks, it's really tough because I don't really have a plan B right now. I mean, I could figure out a plan B. I could do it, but it would just be a hassle. But I've got the fresh 2025 picks of the Eastern Beauty Oriental Beauties coming from Hsinchu. I've got this tea that's already ready to go. I've got that strange wooey, bug-bitten wooey cotton candy tea. That's the one I had last live stream from Muza. And I've got to go visit my buddy in Reishui, and I'll get some freshly made bug-bitten teas from here in Hualien. And so those will be the teas that will be going in next month's box. And if all of them are terrible, I am so screwed. But I think it'll be okay. I've got enough fingers out there that I think we'll be able to get some nice teas. If I have to go up to Pingling and Muza, then I'll do that. But I'm hoping it'll be okay. I'm hoping that'll be okay. Is this the subscription box? I'm thinking about signing up for that. Yes, yeah, it's a subscription box. And so that's what's going to be coming then. Why don't we get into the tea? So here we go. This is the fall pick from Jade Mountain, and this is the Qinshin Cultivar Black Tea, and this was bitten by bugs. And the first steep of this tea is gorgeous. It's got honey fragrance black, Eastern Beauty, Oriental Beauty vibes. It's high mountain, so it's super, super smooth. And so it's got florals, it's got sweetness, it's got, obviously it's been bitten by bugs. So you got that bug biteness to it. And it's just really, really nice. Now, this tea, if it had, I'll tell you why, this tea's really, really, it's not expensive, right? It's not expensive at all. For a tea like this, it should be much, much more expensive. The reason it's not is because the first steep, second steep are great. The third steep, fourth steep, fifth steep, as you go along, it doesn't have the lasting power that I wish it would have. And if it had a better lasting power, then absolutely this tea would be worth a lot more money. A lot more money. Considering what's happening all over the world, you can see the F16 behind me there. Totally normal. Totally normal. Anyways. This is the time of the day they come in for their bathroom breaks. And so this one too actually will be when people order. I usually look through their order, I see what they didn't order, and I add them in. I add in extra like samples and things like that for every order sort of to the person. But what I'm going to do while I'm gone is Uncle Joe, his literal name, Uncle Joe, who is a wonderful person, and he's going to be doing the packages. So I'm just going to like do a bunch of samples, and he'll just be able to put them in. And so probably both of these will be samples if you order in July. Where was that weather when I was riding up the East Coast? Yes, well, this is it, right? This is June. This is June on the East Coast of Taiwan, and this poor Mr. Hooper arrived here when he was riding a motorcycle in a nasty rainstorm, driving along the East Coast, dodging landslides. But you made it safe. I mean, come on, what's character building? Like, what's the point? What's the point of life? Is the point of life to have everything easy, or is it to have stories to tell? Right? I mean, raw terror that you survive is good for your genome, right? But I'm happy you made it safe and sound. Right now, it is absolutely beautiful here on the East Coast of Taiwan. And I guess I'll say it. It's funny, right? Because I moved to Asia, and I moved to Asia because I could see the writing on the wall for North America, living expenses, all these things 20 years ago. And I left, and back then it was all about Asia. So I went to China. I didn't like China very much, so I moved to Taiwan. Blah blah blah. Anyways, the point is that I'm in tune to sort of the things that are going to be coming in the next little while. And so I don't know if you guys remember, there was a live stream a little while ago where I actually said, hey, listen, there's something weird with the orders going on. I think something big is about to happen. I actually put it in a live stream. How's it going? And I literally said in a live stream, I was like, there's something weird with the orders. I think there's something big about to happen. And then it did happen. And but I just want to say right now, as sort of a good thing, the orders are normal right now. So to give you just an example, right? I get orders from all over the world, and there's no storefront. It's literally like the pulse of the global economy. So I send tea to Czechia, France, England, obviously the USA, Canada, Mexico, Japan, Korea, all in the space of a week, right? They're just all over the place, right? Just all the time. Australia, all these different places. Like, to give you an example right now, it's funny because there's a lot of old customers who are ordering again. And you guys know why? Because the US dollar is dropping like a stone. I think the DXY is like 90, 98. So there's all these people, like Australians are ordering tea again, Canadians are ordering tea again, Europeans are ordering tea again. And because they took a break when it was up over $100, that's really painful, right? Because the global reserve currency is the United States dollar. Anyways, the point is that I'm getting these. So I got the global pulse, the global economic pulse. I get it. I've got my finger on it because that's how many orders I do a day, which is fascinating, right? It's fascinating. And like I said, about I guess last time I did a live stream, so like 2 weeks ago, 10 days ago, I was like, something weird is going on. I don't know what it is, but just watch out. And then I'm just saying right now, just for the record, just to let you guys know this stuff, because I find it fascinating, obviously, and I'm sure a lot of you people do as well. How could you not? Orders are coming in absolutely normally right now. So, knock on wood, that means that maybe we're not gonna, maybe it'll, I don't know how it possibly can work itself out or whatever. But anyways, the orders are coming in normally right now. Just so you guys know. I just thought I'd throw it out there because most people don't believe me. My family believes me, but most people don't believe me. And so I try and just put out things there so that in the future, if I say something like, sell your Tesla stock, then anybody who wants Tesla stock would I don't know whether you should sell your Tesla stock. But it helps me feel a little bit less crazy when these things happen. Anyways, that's what's happening with the teas. this month's box, this tea, which is the Jade Mountain Honey Fragrance Black. There's going to be some Hualien, like honey fragrance black teas, like Hualien honey fragrance black teas. There is going to be hopefully some Eastern Beauty. I hope it comes today so I can order it really fast. So I can get it, order it, get it sent. And I hope that happens. I hope that happens soon. And yeah, but that's going to be the box. That's going to be the next month's box. Okay. So we've had enough of this tea. I'm going to let it sit over here. It's a beautiful tea. It'd be great cold brewed. That's going to be the August box. Let's get into this tea. I think I've had this on a live stream maybe a couple times by now. And this is a charcoal roasted fresh green tea. Also from Jade Mountain. And I haven't released it yet because I don't know what exactly the best way to release it is. And I've been sort of just sitting on it. I've just been like, you know, it's one of those teas where it's, I think I had a similar tea to this last year. This was the charcoal roasted snow pick. And then basically it's the same tea. He did a snow pick last year, but this one is more like a springtime pick. And he takes a green tea and then he charcoal roasts it right in between mid roast, right? So you got the you know, like you got here's a light roast. Here's you got the mid roast. It's right here, so you can really taste the roast, but it's not like it turns the tea leaves brown. It's like one mid temperature roast, just like that. And what that does is it creates a toasty, like toasted spinach up front, a strange, and if it's done wrong, it can be quite astringent mid-mouth, and then a gorgeous fresh spring floral in the aftertaste. It creates this very bipolar taste profile, right? There's the sort of the roasted spinach, and then this beautiful white-green floral in the background. And these types of teas are really weird, but they're interesting to try. And sometimes, you know, sometimes everybody's different. Some people really, really enjoy them. Some people really, really, really enjoy them. But I've been sitting on it. And the reason, of course, I'm sitting on it is because every time I drink it, it's wildly different. When I first tried it and first ordered it, it was wonderful. It was amazing. And then I let it sit for a while, and then it's like the charcoal roast was too strong and I wasn't getting anything in the back end. And now I'm drinking it again and I'm like, yes, awesome. And I'm very happy. I'm very happy. So with this type of tea, the longer you hold on to it, the longer you keep it, the more likely it is going to change into something special. But remember, when you're roasting teas, it's a gamble. It's always, always, always a gamble. Always. And you never know what's going to happen. In general, though, you let it sit. And it'll probably get better over time. There was a red tea that was like that, half green, half red. I think it was an Elan origin. A red tea that was half and half. Do you remember when it was? Do you remember when that was? I generally speaking don't get a lot of black tea from Elan because it's just too wet. It's a really, really wet place. And you really want to be able to control the environment when you are in Elan. So like with black teas, it oftentimes gets too wet, which means that it, because it's too wet, I'm only saying the Chinese right now, it oxidizes too much. And you get that sort of that funky taste to it for their black teas. So I'm just gonna, over here I've got my athletic my athletic rag here. Oftentimes I thought I was going to get away without sweating too much, but the Chilai High Mountain Black was kind of that way, right? It's kind of like that way. The Chilai High Mountain Black is similar to that. I don't remember the name though. Sometimes the yeah, it's working. It's working. I'm happy. I'm happy for sure. Sometimes the GABAs do that. Like there was an Elan GABA. I think I probably got it last year. Anyways, there's a low elevation Elan GABA that they do a pretty good job on, and it can be like that for sure. Could have been a GABA. I think it was. I remember just drinking, looking like half brown tea and half brown. Yeah, so that might have been it, right? So that might be. It was the Elan GABA, and the GABA, of course, is a very different and interesting processing, right? So it's a different and interesting processing style. So you do get these different styles of leaf and things like that. But that's probably what it was. And I like that GABA. I think probably maybe December. I'll do another GABA box. I'm not quite sure. Maybe November, October. The GABA boxes are always a big hit with people. Yeah, probably the Elan GABA. For sure. So just to recap so far, July is going to be the Honey Fragrance Black Tea box. Hopefully, this is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping to make it a Honey Fragrance Black with blind tasting of standards, right, or expense. So I'm hoping that I can go to my buddy and get like a competition style Honey Fragrance Black and a normal Honey Fragrance Black. Hoping that I can get a normal Eastern Beauty and a competition Eastern Beauty, have them sort of as a blind tasting. I'm hoping. I don't know whether that's going to happen. We'll know more next week. There will be this tea as well, and I was hoping that I could get like a higher mountain bug bitten tea, this is a higher mountain bug, but like an oolong. But there's unfortunately there's not too much of that. Although there is that cotton candy wooey from Moodza, which will be in the box as well. So that's like an oolong that's got bug bites on it. And but that's probably what's going to happen. Also, too, I'm going to be heading back to North America for the summertime. So I'm going to try and do some live tastings and give away tea for free. I'm going to have to do research on how to do that the best way. But we'll see how it goes. I think I'll probably just go to like Facebook groups in various places where I am and just be like, I'm going to give out free tea. Who wants free tea? I don't know. Is any lawyers out there? Can you tell me, is a barter system? Can it work for non-tax residents in Canada? Because the last thing I want to do is start filling out tax forms in Canada for going and selling a little bit of tea at a farmer's market. But I guess technically people could buy tea and pay through the they could pay through the they could pay through the PayPal in the Taiwanese PayPal. One sec. Hey, Anga. 1 second. my son is singing karaoke music. Hey, Anga. Buddy. Okay, beats my mom. I'll shoot you. It's funny, my son, right? So he's, I guess he just graduated grade 6. So congratulations to him. But he's this weird mashup of cultures. And so he's listening to like his grandfather's karaoke music. You know, I introduced him to Queen, so he's got Bohemian Rhapsody. He's got sort of popular Taiwanese pop music, and then he's sort of got, you know, mid 20 teens sort of rocky poppy music on his thing. So you never know. His little radio. You never know what's going to pop out next. You know, you could be like, you know. Anyways, there's a lot of very, very strange songs that he's listening to, and I'm hoping that he'll have enough of little pieces of it that he will not be an alien in whatever culture he winds up being in. So, for example, he's been watching The Simpsons, right? Just him and his brother binge watching The Simpsons to get ready to go back to Canada, and they enjoy it, and my youngest goes, "Are there going to be bullies?" And I'm like, "No, there's not going to be bullies. There's not going to be bullies." My oldest is like, "I want to get one of those big square ice creams and just eat it with a spoon. Can I do that?" And I'm like, No, you can't. That's really low quality. We'll get you high quality ice cream. They come in smaller things, but no, not the big tubs. So, anyways, hopefully they've got just enough little pieces that they won't be considered too alien when they meet people from all of those various places. But anyways, donations to you, and you can give it as a gift. Well, that's it, right? Do I really want to go down the path of donations? For what? Now that would be just another form to fill out. You know, like I'm quite because in the Western world, all over the world, really, right? We're going into a fourth turning, which means that the government is going to run out of money, which means they are going to inflate their currencies and print their currencies, and which means that they're just going to try and tax the heck out of everybody. And here in Taiwan with this business, last year we actually just paid a little bit extra. I love Taiwan. What I get for my taxes here is amazing. Amazing what I get for my taxes here. So paid a little extra. You know, it's like the accountant was like, you only have to pay this much. But if you want to be super, super safe, you can pay this much. I'm like, let's just pay that, right? Let's just do it. You know, I'm happy. But in Canada, I think there's going to be a very, very different thing. I don't know if anybody's seen the chart of how much money's been printed in the last 5 years, but I do not want to get on the wrong side of the people who are going to freeze bank accounts. So what I'm going to do is everything is free. When I go to Canada, everything is free. Everything. There will be no barter, no nothing. I'm hoping I can just meet people. I'm going to have a bunch. I'll just bring like a couple of hundred little sample bags and just be like, you like that tea? Here you go. Try it out. It's for free. You need to do nothing. I would just like to share this tea with you. Because what I remember, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, why are they free? Why? Because your data is the new money. And so I'd like to get the data from all the people sitting down drinking the tea. I would love to hear what they actually think. Right? I would love to hear. Give them this tea. Can you taste the honey? Give them this tea. Okay, try it. The first, it's roasted spinach. And they're like, yeah, weird. Oh, and I say, wait, ready? Count down. Got the flowers now? No, I don't get any flowers. Just roasted spinach. Or, whoa, there's the flowers, right? So I need that data, and I'd be happy to pay for it. I'd be happy to pay for it. So, and let's face it, I haven't served tea for people for years and years and years and years. Years. And I have really, really, really enjoyed. my staying away from the world. But I keep saying this every time. I say I've reached the limit of what I can do by myself, and then I push myself harder, and I still do it. Anyways, Again, the F-16s behind me as they fly through. No worries. No worries at all. Let's see. You see them there? There they are. F-16s. It's normal. Absolutely normal. And just for the record, we'll throw it out there. With the Ukrainian thing, it was much more tense here. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy during the Ukrainian thing. This time, a lot less tense. And let's hope it stays that way. Let's absolutely hope it stays that way. And let's hope that everything gets. Anyways. But we can focus on the T's. Yeah, I think that's about it for now. So anybody have any questions about anything we covered so far today? Yeah, anybody who's ordered anything? Wow, the girls are doing so well. The bees here. Last year I had 2 hives and they were both doing great, but then one of them got into pesticides and just, anyways. But the other one is doing really, really well. God, I love bees. I don't play with them enough. I took the jasmine green tea and mixed it with a herbal blood orange tea and made a cold brew. Absolutely delicious and refreshing. It's really, really interesting because the further you get away from the farm, the more likely the tea is to be changed. And what do I mean by that? Just the obvious things. People will buy cheap, crappy tea and add things to it and say it's expensive tea, blend. But also there are these things like what you're describing. You know, the closer you are to the farm, the less likely they are to do anything. Like when I go sample teas, I'll literally sample morning or afternoon, right? So this is the morning, this is the afternoon, this is the day. And I'll be able to mix and match and pick and get whatever I want, which hopefully people enjoy. And it's a really fascinating thing is the further you get away from the farm, the more likely the tea is to be impacted in certain ways. There's storage, there's blending, there's all sorts of different things. And yay, okay, sorry, I didn't turn that off. Anyways, we'll get the heart going too for the YouTube. And when you guys get the teas, I'm sure you could just make the most amazing concoctions with them, using local ingredients or using things there or brewing them in separate ways. And I highly recommend experimentation. You know, like, and just a small example for me, you know, there's this wonderful lady here in Hualien where I get the teas that we sent. And they come from Luye in Taidong, but the younger sister of, actually the older sister of the farmer, I get the tea from her. She's a friend, and every year after we sent the teas, I'll bring her some. I'll give her, like 50 grams of each of the teas that we sent it. I'll be like, look, this is what we did to your tea. And she's always so excited, so happy to be able to try these teas because it's so much fun. Because they would never do it, right? They would never do it. They would never scent their teas. They sell their teas based on the day and all these different things. And anyways, so it's fun to hear. It's fun to hear for sure. It made me think of your blend you made with orange blossoms. Yeah. So there's the orange blossom red and the orange blossom red and the orange blossom milk oolong. And like I said, I brought them to my friend, and she just absolutely loves them. Absolutely loves them. They just have so much fun because her and her friends, they sit there and they're like, they try them out. Okay. So, any questions? Last call for questions before I go inside and sit in the air conditioning for a while. Like I said, July will be the bug bitten teas, and I only have 2 out of the, I don't know how many teas there'll be, 4 or 5, 6, something like that. But I'm hoping that I'll be able to get a bunch more to really give you guys a good sense of what happens when bugs bite the tea and amazing people make tea out of it. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to get some really good stuff. But yeah, that's about it. I'll probably do at least another live stream or 2 before we head back to Canada, and I'll try and do more live streams back in Canada. You know, it's going to be tough to. I don't know whether I should go to any tea stores in Canada. I mean, that would just be. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's like going to a cheese store in Taiwan, and then going to a cheese store in the Alps. You know, it's just not fair. You can't compare the two. That's just not okay, right? It's not okay. It's not the right thing to do. It's not fair. But anyways, we will figure it out. We will figure it out, and we will have some good stuff to do. But yeah, I think that's it for now. Bug bitten teas. It's probably going to be honey fragrance black or honey fragrance, or like the higher oxidized teas. Will be fresh higher oxidized teas. Will be next month's subscription box. We're going back to Canada for the summertime, so there will be anyways, I think I sent it out in the last email. I'll probably put a post about it as well. But there will be less teas on the site. So the white teas, the tea cakes, things like that will be taken off the site for July. And it'll just basically be oolongs, maybe some black teas. Sansha green, there's still some Sansha green. We'll keep that up. But the rest of it will be sort of oolongs just to help Uncle Joe in his packing. He still works a full-time job, but he's going to be packing tea. And yeah, I think that's about it for now. So wherever in the world you happen to be, I certainly hope you have an absolutely amazing. Last thing I thought about blending different teas, like a winter roasted with a robust unroasted. Does that make sense? Come on. You right now, you have enough tea that you can experiment, right? You got that, thank you very much for your big order. You got that order in. I would say mix them up and see what happens. I have done my fair share of mixing and blending teas over my career in the tea industry. And what it boils down to for me is I don't do too crazy stuff. Maybe the flowers, right? But other than that, I don't do a lot of blending just because everybody's so different. But go for it. Blend it up. Blend it up, see what happens. And then let us know how it goes. But anyways, wherever you are, I certainly hope you have an amazing morning, night, evening, rest of your day. Sleep well. Have a great day tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next live stream.